NAS, lo que yo analizo de NAS es que NAS es el líder. Si me entiendes, digamos lo que NAS hace, las otras dos las siguen. Pero
Sí,
no
sí, sí.
siempre va a ser el mismo caso, ¿no?
Ujú.
Son teorías a la final, nada es así súper concreto. Son unas cosas que uno va analizando, pero tú sabes que el mercado, si hay manipulación o cualquier cosa, va a hacer lo que quiera hacer.
Sí, pues ya ves que el mercado es pura manipulación.
Ujú. Vamos a ver. What's up, Tati?
Yo, are you Colombian?
I am.
Me too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I just catch the accent right now. I was like, wait, hold on.
Colombian instructor. Yeah, I'm doing a Spanish call today.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Sounds good? All right. So, practically, lo que estamos haciendo, Tati, estamos analizando el mercado. Estamos analizando lo que estaba explicándole a él fue lo que estudiamos ayer, ¿sí te acuerdas? Sobre los divergence.
Uh-huh.
Y entonces estamos buscando ahorita a ver el mercado que quiere hacer. Porque aquí mira que hay un gap bien grande, pero aquí ese gap ya lo está rellenando. El gap aquí ya se está rellenando. En cambio aquí el gap no se ha rellenado. Eso se llaman en inglés fair value gaps. Son como zonas de liquidación que el mercado dejó abierto y como los bancos son bien avaros, ellos les gusta regresar a estas zonas porque es dinero que ellos no han cogido. Acá hay dinero que ellos quieren recolectar. Kevin, you speak Spanish?
Sí, sí, yo también hablo español.
Ah, bueno. Y Kevin J.
Nah, no, sir.
You don't speak Spanish? Okay.
Nah.
I'll be bilingual, bro. Where you from?
I'm from the States, man. From
Oh,
Brooklyn.
word. That's what's up, my brother. I saw you got your account, bros. Everything's set up, man. Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, let's get it, brother.
Let's
go.
get it, my brother. Let's get this bread. How's your trading experience so far? How long you been trading for?
About 3 years now.
3 years? That's what's up, dude. So you must have some knowledge.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's been ups and downs, but it's been all good.
I feel you. No, that's how we learn, though. That's
Yeah.
the market, bro. But eventually, we're gonna go bullish, you know. Like right now, we're consolidating, consolidating. But we're gonna go on a bull run soon, bro. Need a sweater. So I'm just talking about the strategy that I like to implement. I like to trade US30, NAS, and XPX, right?
Mhm.
And the reason I use this strategy is because they're so correlated with each other, right? They're super correlated. Like what NAS do, the other one's gonna follow, you know? And with that said, I don't know if you were in the call yesterday. We talked about like the divergence that it created last week, right here before this drop. So that's kind of the stuff we're looking for. We're looking for like a nice zone of like, we see like a nice entry, a potential entry. As you could tell, it most likely gonna keep climbing high. Maybe break this high again, or even maybe even break that high over here. So I'm just waiting it out right now. Just waiting to see what he wants to do. The 4 hour, but personally, I think it's going to continue climbing today. Maybe into London. Because it's creating a lot of liquidation right below this area. Like look, 1, 2, 3, that's already like it's about to come back again and touch again. So there's a lot of liquidation right there. And right here, we're kind of getting a divergent. Like you see, like right here, it touched it, but it didn't break, right? But it's like almost flat. Right here is like a little bit of an uptrend, but that's not enough for me. That's not enough for me to go in, you know? We also have a fair value gap right here that haven't been filled. So we gotta see how the market's also gonna react over here. It's probably gonna come, most likely go for a sell here. Boom. That's a possible sell scenario in this area. But it might even just liquidate the whole thing too. It might even just take this high out, take that high out, and take that high out. And there will be a possible sell entry up here. That will be like lovely. Like if you see like a nice stop hunt, that's when we're gonna see our reactions. That's when you want, like that's the areas you want to look for sales. You look how high that is. 8 p.m. Central, which is 9 p.m. a.m. Eastern. We will go live for them tomorrow and call US 30 and NAS 100 for a few people if you can, bro. You want me to do a Zoom tomorrow at 8 a.m.? So 9 a.m. Sure. I'll make it happen. But I'm not sure. I might not be able to host it. What I could do is just drop the link, drop the link. But eventually I'm gonna try to start hosting those morning calls again, bro. I got you. Just gotta find somebody to host the call, but I could always drop the link. Since my link doesn't expire, they could just use it into midday if they want to. Yes, sir. I'm gonna call it for them. I bet. So I'll drop the link, but we still gotta find us a host, somebody to host the call for us. Maybe we'll get somebody from the other chat. Sounds good. Okay, so I see. We're just waiting, guys. So it's a markup session. Do you guys want to mark up another pair? You guys want to see me mark up a pair? Could mark up something else. Any
Can
specific?
you do US oil?
US oil?
Yeah.
All right. Let's look for US oil. I don't think I have it here. Let me add it. Man, I forgot my mouse. This thing is stuff. That chart specification. That's not it. Chart windows, symbols, symbol. So we're gonna add oil, US oil. I heard US oil, you could like correlate it with US CAD. All right, so I'm not like the best at marking up oil to tell you the truth, but let's give it a shot, right? All right, let's see what we got. Like if you could mark up one pair, you could probably mark up everything at the end of the day, right? Because everything is like the same. The market is always repeating itself. So of the rip, I could see that there's a gap right here. Like right here, there's a gap. Like this gap is getting filled right now, right? Oil ain't honestly has some crazy wicks. Yeah, oil is crazy. Let's look at what happened like in the monthly first. Let's do a top-down analysis. So what you want to do when you're marking up a new pair, you want to do a top-down analysis. You want to start from the highest time frame all the way to like the smallest time frame, right? So as you could tell, it's been a bull run since what year is this? Since 2020, it's been a bull run. So it's when the gas prices were, I think it even hit $0 per gallon at one point. It was crazy. I know people that got on that buy too. I didn't get on that buy, but I knew people that got in this wick over here when that happened. I forgot what the news was. I forgot what it was, but yeah, it was really bad. That was like the lowest it's been. It's crazy the way that moves happen. That's incredible. Look at that crazy drop. $0 per barrel. It was over here. And I think that I think that's what it was. That was the Corona. That's right. That was the Corona. This was during the Corona. This was like the months in lockdown. That was the lockdown. Nobody was using oil. Everything stopped. The world stopped completely. Oil dropped like crazy. Ever since, if you would have bought here until now, you'll be filthy rich for sure. That's it. We're talking about, holy moly, that's a whole lot of pips. Like 12,480 pips. 12,480 pips. That's incredible. All right, so let's look at oil. Let's keep analyzing. So you made this high That's the all-time high over here, right? So of the rip, you know that you're in a premium, right? If you were to do your fibs, right? You pull out your fibs. You're gonna pull out your fibs, right? You know the 50%. I explained this to guys, like how to identify the premium and how to identify if it's at a discount, right? That's how you're gonna know if you're gonna buy or sell. I told you guys before, if it's above this area, you want to look for sales, right? If it's below this area, you want to look for buys, right? Because that's our discount area and there's our premium area. Okay, so now we go to the weekly. Let's go to the weekly. Oh yeah, and there's also tons of gaps, by the way. Like there's a big gap over here. Like there's a lot of liquidity to the downside. Gotta also always keep that in mind. Whenever the market is doing, like if you go from wick, if you go from this wick to this wick, that is considered a fair value gap, right? Fair value gap, the space between these two wicks, these two wicks, right? Over here as well. Over here as well. Those are gaps, you know. This is something ICT talks about. Whenever you're marking up, identify the gaps. I don't always mark them up. I'm just pointing them out for
Super
you.
quick, how can you tell their gaps on your screen? Because I know you could definitely tell the gaps in MT4.
So
Are you
maybe-
looking at your MT4?
No, I know the rule. So the rule is, in order to identify a gap, it will be the space between this wick and that wick. So I'm talking about this wick right here. You see this wick?
Uh-huh.
And you see this wick?
Right.
You see how there was nothing here, like an empty space.
Right.
So that will be your gap. That's the rule right there.
Oh, okay. You're explaining it. I'm sorry. I thought you were highlighting and saying, yeah, the gaps are right here. I'm like, wait, where?
So that will be the zone that it leaves. So there's like an imaginary zone. That's why I extended. Like
Right.
an imaginary zone. So let's pretend like the zone actually will expand all the way here, right? So what the market likes to do, okay, we have a question, let's see. I call it, it's an imbalance as well, correct. You're right, that is correct. So this space as well, right? So we could call it imbalances, that's cool too. The space right there, right? That's a gap as well. So as you see, the market came to this area and it rejected from there, right? Like there was support, boom. It came back again to that area and there's support, right? So it will be like an area of support because for some reason, they like that, they're gonna come back and liquidate eventually. So most likely, what I'm thinking right now, we should look for sales on oil, right? We should be looking for sales. Unless something else happens, like oil is crazy, right? Because it's affected by world news. Like anything, every time something happens in the world with the war, like this with the war, this is everything. So everything that happened, it just pushed oil to the ceiling, right? Because of all the issues going down worldwide. So that was why it went so high. So if we go to the weekly. We go to the weekly. Welcome, Nat, to the call. Welcome. So we go to the weekly. We have I will say like this area right here. This will be like your area for sales. You want to wait for the market to come to that area. And right here, this area will be like your area for buys, like down here. Like this will be your area for buys, right? You will put your stop loss like real tight, like below these wicks right there. Or if you didn't want to let it breathe more, that right here will be perfect because if you think about it, if you do your fibs again, right? Let's think about it. If we look at this range, right? It's at the 50. Right now it's at the 50%. So the same rule applies in every time frame, right? The fibs apply, like they're going to, the same rule applies. There's the premium, there's the discount on this range from here to here, right? So most likely, what I would like to see personally, I see this gap over here being like right here, haven't touched it, right? So I would like to see like there's a probability, right? Like at the end of the day, it's always speculation. You're trying to predict the market. you're not gonna be perfect, but that's the reason you mark up. You know, you put your like, I will do this right here. You go right there. So you're saying the market's gonna go over here, and from there it's gonna drop, right? And probably like come down here again to this area, and most likely like do something like this, right? Or maybe like at the liquidation over here, you know, you might reject, but this is how you're going to start learning how to mark up. You gotta like look for those areas, do your own analysis, and like watch how the market reacts. So what we could do right now, we just wait. We could wait for the market to come over here, but we're sitting the weekly. Let's keep actually. So my bias right now, I would say like sales, right? Sales from here. I'm like on a downtrend from here. But we still gotta see if these lows get taken out, right? If these lows get taken out, that's gonna show us another indication that is going to try to go on a downtrend. So right now they're trying to consolidate the market. They're consolidating the market at this high. It's way too early to tell right now. I believe so. I believe so, dude, because like look at all this consolidation that's going on for weeks, right? With the crisis, they just been holding the price of oil right there. They like this price. You know, they probably want to keep the price right now real high because it's very convenient for them. Imagine how much money they're making right now from all the oil, right? All that oil they're making, like these companies, they're probably like banking right now. So they want to keep the price real high. That's crazy. All right, so we go to the weekly. So that's the weekly. We know we're above the 50. We're like at a premium. We still gotta wait though. No, you gotta keep going down though. Keep going down. You keep marking that you keep going down. So now we go to the daily. In the daily, now you start to see more details of it. Like you start to see the picture. You know, so the banks, they took it to the all-time high. Then they sold, they sold, boom, they sold the price. So for some reason, they really like this area. This area right here is a key area of interest for the banks, right? This is a super key area because as you could tell, they took it high, they brought it back down, then they pumped it again, they brought it back down, then pumped it, then a little bull run again, then they dropped it again, and now what they're going to do, they're pumping it, right? So that would have been a nice sniper entry down here. Like if you were watching the market, I believe this is your order block as well. There's an order block right there. That's your order block. So it's a key area for the banks right now. This whole area right here. So you could look for a buy. You could also look for a potential buy. How you gonna find the buy? You do your fibs again, right? From here to here. Like if you don't know where your buy zone is, remember it's always gonna be below the 50. Below the 50. So this is the 50 right there. Then you could take, so somewhere down here, if the market comes back down here, like in this area, I would like to buy because you could put your stop loss real tight, right? Like if the lower it gets to the 100%, the lower your risk. Why? Because usually you want to put your stop loss like below the lows, right? So somewhere down here. But you don't want to go in right away. You still want to wait to see how it's going to react. Just because I said that this is the zone, that was a mistake that I used to make before. Like I would just not wait. I would just go in for a buy as soon as I come to my zone. And you actually want to see how it's reacting. Because sometimes you might even try to do like a turtle soup, like take these lows out, right? Because there's a lot of liquidation. You'll take those lows out, and then that will be like being a better sniper entry because it's going to take the lows out, wick it, and then shoot it. So those wicks, those are the wicks you want to catch. When you see the market do like a quick, like it's taking weak liquidation, that would be beautiful. Like let's say, like you're thinking the market's going to come here, right? For the buy. So that's a potential buy right here because it's a small stop loss. But if you see the market's continuing, the next area for the buys, most likely it could be like down here. I will, because right here, like once it takes those lows out, that means the market might continue just going down. It just because it's like I told you guys earlier, it's breaking trend. So right here, it took the lows out, but then it did like a bull run, but it did not take these highs out. So what does that mean? The market's changing trend. It created a lower high, right? So higher high, lower high, right? Then right here, that's a lower high, right? So downtrend. But right here, it did not break the low, right? So we're waiting to see if the market wants to break that low. If it breaks that low, that will be a clear indication that we might go into a bearish run. Why? Because it took that low. Now it's a lower low. So if the market goes up now, right? Let's say the market goes up over here and it creates a lower high, then that's like it's letting us know that it wants to come down, right? But either way, we cannot think about that because of the world events and all that stuff that's going on. For some reason, they want to keep the price real high. So they might just keep this area in consolidation until probably the whole crisis be over. God knows, right? That's my analysis on gold on the daily. On the 4 hour, that will be your sniper entry over here. On the 1 hour, I see, yeah, like a buy down here. It's actually, there's a gap right here as well. Those gaps are key. When you guys see gaps, that's like what you called them earlier, liquidity. When you guys see like those liquidities, like that, those areas of liquidity, the market wants to come to those areas. So always look out for those areas. You know, they're like magnets to the market. The market always want to pull towards those areas. So right now it's liquidating towards that. So it's liquidating this gap over here. It might come back down here and liquidate this gap as well. So in the 30, and always use your fits, right? Like know where you at in the price. Where are you in the price? We're at the 50%. So above the 50, we're gonna look for sales. Below the 50, we're gonna look for buys. Always know if your price is at a discount, at a premium. That's gonna help you know if to go for sales or buys, right? Remember, like that's the rule. You gotta sell high, buy low. Like you can't go wrong with that. As long as you have good risk management, you're gonna be fine. All right, so let's continue. In the 15 minutes. It's like right in between. If I was gonna look for sales, I would still wait. I'll still wait till it climbs a little higher, right? Right now, I wouldn't touch the price because it's like in the middle of everything, right? It's like in the middle of the whole range. So we still gotta wait it out. Look, it's like creating liquidity there. Like people are selling. There's people selling in this area, but I still think it's going to liquidate this whole gap right there. The 1 minute. The 1 minute. Yeah, it's just been uptrend. Now it's kind of changing trend. Look, it broke this low. Broke that low right there. So indication that it might want to change trend. If it breaks it slow, it might continue going down. And that's basically the analysis on oil. I don't see anything very clear, but this area will be a nice sniper for a buy, to tell you the truth. Created a double bottom. Double bottom, boom. Like if you want to stop it real quick, boom, going for a buy. And like watch it, always move your stop loss for like just trail it, right? You want to trail it. But this area looks good for buys, right? But the support. So you just want to see how it's going to react in that area now. And why is that area so key? Let's see. What else is going on in this area? So right here, you have right there. There's probably an order block right there as well. Because the market is going to repeat itself in all time frames. Like the same analysis you did in the monthly, you could do it on the 1 minute, Just it will be a bigger move compared to a smaller move, right? In the 1 minute, we're just going in and out. It's quick scalping. Scalping in the monthly, then you're doing intraday. They're bigger moves. I don't have the patience to, not yet, but I'm working on my patience. I'm mastering that part too. What other parts you guys want to see? Wow, we still got 6 people on the call, bro. Let's go. You guys are good students. That's what's up. But yeah, I think that's good. Let's go back to see what's going on with this analysis. So it's taking out that low. It just took that low out right there too. Here it hadn't taken out the low. Oh yeah, it did. Never mind. It did. Took out the low. So now the next low is this one. Wow, US30 just took the other low out. So most likely that's a divergent right here. Right there, look, because this low didn't get taken out yet. So that's where you at right here. And that's where you at right here. That's what we call a divergent right there. We just saw a divergent happen in front of our eyes, right? But let's wait it out and see. Because that's possible bias right there on NAS. Let's wait it out first though. It's a lot of that's a big candle. That's a big bearish candle. And US30 seems like it just wants to melt. So I will wait. Even if it created a divergence, you still don't want to depend just on that. You want to wait and analyze. So we want to see like some sort of a change of trend over here now, like a bullish trend. But that candle's too black right now. Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording. I don't want to make this call too long for the YouTube.